Good morning, everyone, and happy Sunday Fun Day. November 13th, 2022, and this is bonus day 168 and Highway to Heaven 20, and my current temperature is 89.5. The lowest it's gotten is 85 thus far. When it hits 82, it's in severe hypothermia. So right now I'm in mild hypothermia. Now, granted, I've been maintaining this body temperature since June. It goes up and down. It's like a yo-yo. But according to man, I should have been dead long time ago. That's what I love about this world. If you believe their nonsense, you just give up. And that's what happened to my dad. He believed and just finally had enough. He couldn't take it anymore. He was done fighting. Well, I'm fighting for my dad. I'm fighting for my neighbor. I'm fighting for you. I'm fighting for the generations to come. Because I can't sit idle and watch it anymore. I haven't been able to. That's why this YouTube channel has been so emotional for me. Because I love everyone unconditionally, like Jesus taught us, like Jesus loved. Yet the hatred in this world is off the charts. And my heart feels like it's being ripped to shreds daily. Yet he keeps waking me up. That's the power of him. Despite what my vitals say, he wants me here because he knows I'm not afraid. He knows I'm gonna fight. I can't take it anymore, and nor can a lot of you. So 3 hours ago, one of my tribe brothers, totally, his name is Sean Zane. Never met you, but boy, you keep preaching. This is what he posted, and this is what sparked this YouTube this morning. And we fight. We fight like hell, because that's what they're doing. They're using hell. They're using that damn devil to fuel their fire. Well, we fight with him leading the pack. It's kind of funny. My girlfriend, Kimmy Sue, of almost 40 years, got me this blue sweatsuit because it was soft and cuddly. And I would normally wear my captain hat, but he's the one ruling the roost, so I decided to be the first mate. I thought it was fitting, don't you? But anyway, let's get back to what my friend Sean Zane posted. And we fight. I'll start over. We fight like hell. And if you don't fight like hell, you're not going to have a country anymore. We're going to try and give them the kind of pride and boldness that they need to take back our country. So let's walk down Pennsylvania Avenue. Trump's words right before the Capitol incident. He helped them set it up. Their speech was part of their plan. Trump never showed up. Priceless. Weak. Needs his nutsack cinched up. Wall Street Apes posted, WTF are people doing still posting updates about the ballots totals? The election should be called off immediately. It was just proven the World Economic Forum partner, FTX, laundered money for the Democrats by means of a war fund through their exchange and then converted it to cash. and sent it back as donations. Every single person and news source should be sharing this, not election updates. This is election interference by fraud. Joe Biden sent our money to Ukraine to fund the FTX Ponzi scheme. That's Gunther Eagleman. Thank you for all this. I'm going to thank all of you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Joe Biden sent our money to Ukraine to fund the FTX Ponzi scheme, which in return funded the Democrat Party. Only in America. Gateway Pundit. The corruption is real on FTX. Breaking exclusive tens of billions of US dollars were transferred to Ukraine, and then using FTX cryptocurrency, the funds were laundered back to Democrats in the US. That was posted November 12th of 2022 at 6:30 by Joe Hoft. And with the factual evidence, you have those imbeciles still cheering for Trump to come back, and DeSantis is no saint either. The corruption in Florida, the Florida Keys, I've witnessed firsthand. It's so bad in the Florida Keys that I became a threat, so they thought selecting me as a grand jury member was going to silence me. Yet by taking the infamous oath under God, just like the attorneys and judges, made me a lethal weapon without having to go to law school and pass the effing law exam. Freaking men, so stupid. I mean, what imbeciles. I have 2 college degrees plus owned and started a private accounting firm, learning about their ongoing corruption at tax update classes through IU. Every year for 18 and a half years I was in practice. And prior to that, I worked for a private firm for 7 years. Still going to those that's where I started going to the tax update classes. Every tax collector on earth needs to come forward with their factual evidence and their ongoing client data on their bloody hard drives. All the evidence is there. God had to slow me down from my Energizer Bunny days, giving me blood clots in my brain so I could continue my ongoing research by reading the Bibles. I'm reading the 1560 Geneva Bible, where the Apocrypha is continued to be eliminated from the versions. Why? Because it talks about women and our beloved strength with our ongoing truths. Talks about everything happening now, and I'm not done reading it yet. I'm reading it at warp speed, just like I read the Bible that I started reading in January for a year plan, and I finished that and started on a new one. This tyrant regime can kiss my tail end and the frickin' horses they rode in on. I'm beyond fed up with their ongoing BS, biblical stupidity. I too was once blinded, but now I see. Newsflash, I'm not afraid of them, and it sounds like there are tons more of you that aren't afraid either. Remember, fear's a liar. He taught us well in his book. Why else do I continue cinching up nutsacks daily? Love for thy neighbor, love for thyself, but most importantly, love for our Lord and Savior, whom rules the roost. Boy, look at the pink. I can't make it up. That's the Lord. I highlight my Bible in pink, just so you know. There's my pink light. We unite together under God with love to end this crap once and for all. The only men that actually had balls in office and wanted to protect we the people were murdered. Honest Dave, my mentor, was one of them. Just like 9/11, Jesus' birthday, only they got the month wrong. You know, they orchestrated the 9/11 murders. Yeah, oh yeah, they were all part of it in the month of September. Idiots. His birthday's November, not the 9th month. The, not the 11th month, the ninth month. But anyway, those filthy lying Romans decided to change our beloved and faithful calendar. When you commit to a job that your world revolves around facts, figures, and bloody dates, you continue your ongoing research when you're down. I've listened for years to their ongoing web of lies, finally having enough, almost ending my life because the darkness was so deep. To think my beloved hometown of Indiana's so called Bible Belt state is number 4 on the list of 10 states with the highest list of sins speaks volumes when comparing revenues with Las Vegas. Let's talk about those statistics. Apparently, Las Vegas isn't the only sin city. Oh, there's lots of them. Most profitable sin? Gambling in both my hometown of Indiana and Las Vegas, amidst others, is their main revenue producer. I despise gambling, truly always have, although played the game once in a blue moon in my past life. Game because this chess game is about to be over and God will step in and end this. Checkmate. Look at my pink. I just can't believe it. My former stepdad, and I call him former because when I asked him why he adopted me, he could have heard a pin drop. I knew it was out of obligation. I said, adios, I'm out. Sorry. Nothing surprises me anymore. I'm out. You did it under obligation. You did it despite my father. It's all good. So his entire life, I watched him gamble his paychecks away weekly at Lock Monday Motors in Elkhart, Indiana. They all played against each other every week, just like at our family gatherings. I finally had enough of their arguing and said enough. If they wanted to gamble, they needed to get their fix on another day, certainly, and it was not going to be on a family gathering holiday ever again. Funny, no one has the time to schedule them anymore since I stepped away from the spotlight of scheduling them and planning them all. Sad but true, it is. So back to the statistics. Most profitable sin is gambling. In Indiana, revenue $875 billion. Las Vegas, $835 billion. A $40 billion spread, and they can't clean up the roads nor take care of the landscaping on the highways. I know I said this before, a total disgrace, driving through a total of 7 states. Arriving in Indiana is number 5, speechless, and disgusted at what I saw with my own eyes. Tumbleweeds is what it looked like. Excuses I don't tolerate. $875 billion. Seriously. And the areas that looked nice and well kept, like every other state that says welcome to, were those areas that are considered wealthy, where they have an abundance of extra monies, as if 875 billion isn't enough to beautify it. I mean, are you effing kidding me? Revenue from sin, Indiana, 1.628 billion. Las Vegas, 1.01 billion. 6.627 billion more in Indiana. What the bloody hell? This is no Bible Belt state. This is a state of corruption. Total state revenue in Indiana, 26.7 billion. Las Vegas, 7.9 billion. That's an $18.8 billion spread. $18.8 billion. Talk about crazy eights. Percentage of total revenue from sin. Indiana, 6.11%. Las Vegas, 12.83%. And there you have it. The spread increases in the ultimate sin city of Las Vegas. by 6.72%, proving they earned their beloved title. Apparently, Indiana should be labeled a Sin City as well. So much for being a Bible Belt state. I always hated that word, Hoosier, and now I clearly know why. We win this uniting with love. We fight them. We stop this. They run and hide from me constantly. Why else? Why else? And they when I took that oath to be a grand jury member, they looked right at me. They all looked right at me like I'm stupid. Oh, I was all about it. I had my talk to God before I headed on in there. I said, oh, this is going to be good. I didn't know what it was about. And then when I found out it was grand jury selection, I said, oh, wow, this is awesome. So when all eyes are on you, and then they talk about how once you take that oath, you can research anything you want, but you can't do anything for yourself. Nothing that's going to benefit you. So, that crooked attorney who invited me into his bedroom, Michael Hefner, what a piece of work that one is. Does pro bono cases for battered women, really? Wonder how much pro bono side business he's doing, inviting them into his bedroom to pick up their paperwork like he did with me. Except I was different than the others. He didn't know what to do with me. Just saying. I walked in there and I knew I was there for a reason. I was there to see him for who he was. And St. Michael, whom he's been doned in the Florida Keys, is beyond wrong. Maybe for bloody hell. Not for him. Just saying. I have never in my life heard so much about corruption arriving in a place that's paradise. I couldn't take it. I couldn't take it. So what do the whole year while I'm trying to relearn how to sign my name after the blood clots in my brain and get my math and English skills? I'm learning and listening about all the corruption in the Florida Keys, a place that people want to come and enjoy that's beautiful. It's their own little private little island of corruption where the landlords all make out like bandits and all of us tenants are bottom feeders. Why else do they have all their thick 30 plus pages? I think it was 30 some pages of a rental agreement that I was pressured into signing. And I said, how can I sign this? I can't work. Well, I'm writing, Phil Wagaman wrote a check for it all. So what difference does it make? But I can't pay for this. Y'all know I can't pay this. And you still want me to sign this lease agreement. Just so everybody's crystal clear. You're having me sign this. For what purpose? Because it's not going to hold up in the court of law. Although in the Florida Keys it will. That's how corrupt it is. So that's the world we're living in. And it's time we take a stand and we do something about it. And stop going about our selfish lives. And I see it every day. You need to sit down and get your houses in order. And you need to start fighting with the rest of us. Or you can sit and get out the popcorn and watch it all unfold. But my bestest advice is to get right with him and get right with him today because time is running out. And this band of pink, there is no pink in here. I got a pink shirt on underneath here. That's actually everything I have is a gift except for my hat and my undergarments. So I was donated warm clothes. And it's got breast cancer on it, which is poetic. You know, cancer, something that they know there's a cure for. Heck, I've been taking RSO that cures cancer. Alkalinity in your body. If you can keep your alkalinity up, cures cancer. Can't get cancer, can't live in a body that's at the right alkalinity. But those doctors don't want to tell you any of that stuff because they can't make any money. Heck, I'm keeping my own vitals, and people still tell me I need to go to the hospital. Really? Well, there's nothing wrong with your heart, Natalie. Well, no, but I got edema, inflammation, you know, the silent killer that they talk about. Why? Because they tell you don't need salt. Yeah, your body needs lots of salt. And my body always had tons of salt in it. And then all of a sudden, it got depleted. So now I'm adding salt daily at mass quantities by drinking chicken broth and eating crackers. So their poisonings continue. To hear that they've put Roundup in Pepperidge Farm cheddar fish, Oreo cookies, and Cheerios, I can't even digest it. Fentanyl in candy? Are you kidding me? I don't need to sugarcoat this because their sugar is filled with poison. But if you boil it, you burn the hell right out of it. And that's what we need to do with these SOBs. We need to boil their tail ends by cinching up their nut sacks. And I'll show you my little, it was part of a little display that I came up with the other day that I was inspired after my sweet, loving cousin that is more like a sister to me and has been ever since we were little. I can't imagine doing this life without you, Bonnie. Love you to death. But I think this says it all. Just saying, he's going to cinch up your nut sacks. And we, the people, the ones that are living not in fear, are going to help him succeed. Just saying, because we all have freaking had enough. So, now you know I've been silent for a while because I've been resting, keeping the edema down, and reading to get to today. And I don't know what else is going to happen after this, but I'm going to keep fighting. Whether I'm in the wilderness, whatever, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do it with the help of others, willing to sacrifice our lives for the better of generations today, tomorrow, and the future. Love to all bunches and bunches.